me at Def Jam Studios, one of the largest in the world, is hip-hop artist Gop Virk. Welcome.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be here?
This is great. We're in the best studio of all times. We got the biggest players here. We got Nas, Jay-Z, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, all the big dogs come out of here, so this is where
Must be a great feeling, huh?
Def Jam, baby.
So let's rewind back a little bit. Tell me about your upbringing and where this love for music came about for you.
Well, music is basically a sign of expression. I ain't had the ideal upbringing, so that was a way for me to get out. I started putting my, experiences on paper and just loved the music, so I just combined my own feelings, put them into poetry, and basically was good at it. Basically, I got two older brothers, there's three of us. I was born in the UK, in a not so good neighborhood at all, so the aunt wanted us to get out of there, so we basically came to the States. Once I was in the States, I came as a kid, I was like 10 years old, we split. Parents went back home to England, they're still there, and me and my brother split. I went from house to house, I was staying with my mama, I was staying with my masi. I guess, I wasn't doing what's right all the time, so they was basically kicking me out. So I stayed with my mama, he got me out of there. I stayed with my aunt in Cleveland for a minute. They got me out of there, so I was bouncing around, changing different high schools, sitting, and basically I made my way back over here to New York. I finished high school and been living with my brother.
So it sounds like you had some really difficult time, Gop. Tell me, how did you remain positive during those times?
U.S. is a great country, you know what I'm saying? They got financial aid, so,
Good for
they
you.
helped me out and basically did student loans. And once again, the knowledge from college and the science and all that, I put it all into my music, and basically just broadened my vocabulary to be that much more of a better artist.
So did you find that music was perhaps an outlet for you in a very positive manner?
Oh, definitely, definitely. So once again, it's a way to express yourself. You can put your feelings on paper, and then once you could get on stage and other people could relate to your experiences, and you can, be somewhat of an inspiration. It's great. Take
me back to the time when you first recorded something. What was that feeling like?
When I very first recorded something, like in an actual proper studio, oh, it's amazing, because once you're in a good studio, the booth is pretty much soundproof, and you can hear every breath, it's so crisp, and once you hear that on a beat, mixed in well, it's amazing. And then when you can share that with other people, and other people can hear it and feel off it, it's great.
When did you find this inner talent in you? How old were you?
You know what, I'm going back. I just remember when I was a kid, basically 6 years old, always want to, be rapping, miming the other rappers, and basically as a kid, I can't even remember as far back as I can remember.
Some of your inspirations growing up, who did you look up to?
Well, I'm laughing because I remember there's a tape out there somewhere where that song Humpty Dump, doing the Humpty Dump. I remember I'm like 7 years old and I'm doing Humpty Dump on tape, so I guess back then it was them dudes and whatever's hot, but I've always liked Nas, and matter of fact, he's on Def Jam right here too, so he comes out of this label, but I've always liked Nas. Weezy is actually really hot right now, but I've always been a fan of Nas. That's one person from many years that I've been.
Now let's talk about this particular song that is just released. Where did the inspiration come from?
Well, basically, what I'm about is I'm basically combining my cultures. I always say that music has no color, It just has culture. The combination of great cultures makes great music. I'm over here in the US, so what I'm doing is I'm combining all these cultures together and trying to get the best product. With this particular product, what happened is we took the production out of the UK, because that's where the best producers are in the Bhangra scene, and I co-produced with it, and we shot the video over here in Manhattan. It's the first video to ever be shot in the East Coast, Midtown Manhattan, right under the Empire State Building. You know, it's a dream come true.
How long was this whole process?
Almost a year.
Wow.
Almost a year. From the time we recorded the track to getting the perfect mix down and master of the track, and just the starting of the video, prepping and the treatment and post-production, almost a year.
What's your message through this video?
My quote: music has no color. And when you combine these cultures, you're gonna get something beautiful, you know? So I'm combining, I'm a hip hop artist, so basically I'm putting my influence on the music. The producers out of the UK and the Bhangra scene are hot. I've worked with Dr. Zeus, I worked with Punjabi MC, I worked with and Hair. These are all the big dogs in that scene, and basically put a sick product together. Very good looking video, as y'all will see. On the East Coast, Jazzy B shot one, I think Shinda shot one in the West Coast in California. We're the first one to shoot it in East Coast in New York City. The first Bhangra video to ever come out of Manhattan. What it is that there's no real Bhangra labels here in the US, so I've actually combined with VIP Records out of the UK, and we're setting up VIP USA. So we're going to start pushing a lot of that Bhangra music that's from the UK out here in the US, and also bringing on some local talent on board, like we did with this track here with Laddi Bard that comes out of Queens.
So how has it been received so far?
It's been great. It's been great. The track is an anticipated hit, basically, because on YouTube, everybody's like, when's it dropping, and we actually shot a teaser first. So we actually shot a teaser first, and we put a teaser out, and it's a totally different video than the actual main video, just to see what the feedback was and everything, and it was great.
And what do you want to do from here?
From here, basically, I want to, I'm basically from Queens, New York. I'm representing New York, but I'm representing Dissies. There's no mainstream Dissy hip-hop artists. You know, I mean, we have our R&B artists out of the UK, you know, big like Jay Sean, Raghav, but there's no Indian hip-hop artists in the mainstream. So with your support, help me represent you.
Sounds great. Well, it was great chatting with you.
Thank you.
And we wish you loads of success.
Thank you.
And we're going to see you jam.
Yes. So this is where the magic happens. It's gonna be Bacardi and Coke or Cognac. You make the choice, dog. Just pour the shot fat. I'm trying to get my buzz on and get my groove on. I'm trying to get the shorty in the corner, get my swerve on. Now we're two-stepping up on the dance floor. Next step down right here. So mixing hardware where it condenses the sound. You know what I mean? To make it sound real crystal clear.
Introduce me to your extremely talented dancer who also is here, right?
Yeah, that's my man Prosenjit right here.
My name is prosenjit Kundu. I'm a hip-hop dancer, choreographer, teacher.